Hi, I am Ashikul Islam, working as an associate in FM Associates Bangladesh, which is a full-service leading law firm, and we have a financial division called FM Consulting International. We often get asked that how a financial division work together with a law firm. Let me ask this question to not just the CEO of FM Consulting International, but also a managing partner of FM Associates Bangladesh. His name is Barrister Alamin Rahman, and with him we have AHM Belal Chowdhury, who is the financial lead of FM Consulting International. So let's hear it from their mouth.
Thank you, Ashik, for raising this question. I'm trying to give a brief background about us and then answering your question. So as I see it, that when we started FM Associates, we had a very satisfied clientele. We were very happy, and that is something we are very proud about. So we are always hearing about recommendations that the clients were asking for regarding accounting services, tax services, which requires basically financial solutions. Then we thought that we should also start a financial division wing. This concept is already quite popular in Singapore, United Kingdom, USA. There has been a successful marriage of law firms and chartered accountancy firms together, and I think it's a great synergy. So Bilal, how do you see it, you being the financial lead at FM Consulting International, our financial division? How do you see it?
Yes, definitely, Al. I mean, I agree with you. Like, after we have established FM Consulting International, what we have seen is that we can provide a good communication and good service, which keeps a flow. Like, for example, from a practical perspective, like when you go for appeal against decisions of the tax authorities, for example, like going from appeal against the decision of Deputy Commissioner of Taxes, you go to Commissioner of Taxes, you go to Taxes Appellate Tribunal, and then what happens is you have to go to the High Court. Now,
for income tax references, you mean, right? Sure,
right.
Of course.
So, while going to the High Court, non-lawyer financial services firm cannot actually assist you in there. However, we are seeing that there are some clients who have to take service from different firms for these reasons. Like, someone has to represent them in NBR, and someone has to represent them in the High Court or the Supreme Court. So that creates a problem, and there is a break in the communication system. And so there are many kind of miscommunications and many kind of gaps, which actually weakens your strong case. So that's the marriage that we are looking for over here. So for example, like in FM Consulting International, what we are doing is we are representing clients in NBR, and then when it goes to the High Court, we are referencing this thing to FM Associates, and the competent lawyers of FM Associates can definitely represent them.
Absolutely, I do agree with you, because when we are going to the High Court for, let's say, an income tax reference case, so we being lawyers, we see the legal issues and all those things, whereas you being a chartered accountant, you can actually advise us on the financial issues or something that's more robust regarding in financial sectors. So which lawyers are probably laymen, if I'm being frank enough. Certainly.
Right. And now if we want to go into more details, we are also providing services of regular tax compliance to several companies, which includes FTSE 100 companies as well as Fortune 500 companies over here in Bangladesh. Now, for the regular income tax services, what we do provide is we do outsource their accounting system completely. So they would just have to relax on, and they can concentrate on their operations instead of just thinking about how my accounts are being maintained or how are my taxes department doing. So as a result of which, so if we take it from the very beginning, we do all the tax calculations, we do the calculations of the tax deducted source, VAT deducted source, the monthly returns that you have to submit, the biannual returns or the annual returns that you have to submit. So we do have a very good knowledge of what the client is doing, from the very minute things to the biggest things that they can do. As a result of which, this actually helps our case. The information that we gather during this time period with the client actually helps the case to be explained in details if in any case it goes to the High Court or other courts or in front of any kind of appellate division. Now, speaking of that, I'd also like to enhance the payroll services that we do provide over here. So as a result of which, our clients actually do not have to worry about how they are going to pay their employees. We also do have outsourcing division, which actually outsources the HR division of the clients.
No, absolutely. And also going back to payroll, of course, we are seeing clients who are also asking for HR services to our financial division.
Right.
And they're getting everything under one roof. So I think this is, as I see rather from clients' feedback, that it is actually pretty useful for them.
Yes, and I would also like to add that we have been given the administration of several companies, the administration of their employee funds, for example, the provident fund or the gratuity fund.
The new issue,
It's a new
absolutely,
issue, actually. It's a
yeah.
new issue, right? Because just some days back, although the rule was stated back in the year 1882, most of the companies were non-compliant with this rule about the investment of the provident fund and also the investment of the gratuity. So there have been several amendments made to, as a result of which the companies had to apply to National Board of Revenue, and they have been actually penalized for these amounts. And regarding the auditing services, we also do provide auditing services which can include internal audit and external audit as well.
Exactly, you just took my words away. So this is exactly correct. So regarding WPPF, provident funds, gratuity funds, investments, so rolling out the investments, so all these things. So it has to be a fusion between a financial service and a legal service. And you will also agree that when FMCI is basically doing the company incorporation works, the memorandum articles, a lot of clients, especially the high profile clients, they actually look for a customized memorandum and articles because it becomes an agreement.
Right.
So that's another area which I believe our synergy helps to do it together.
Exactly. So what happens is that we have seen a couple of cases where there was issue about this one of these employees fund, which is the workers' profit participation fund, as you have already rightly mentioned. So what happens is, in case of paid up capital, if it exceeds 10 million, in that case the workers' profit participation fund has to be established. However, several companies that don't know about this law, and they formed this company with paid up capital which exceeded this amount, and as a result of which they were penalized for this amount as well.
This is a shame, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and companies have to take into account, company lawyers have to take into account, company financial consultants have to take into account whether the company is able to form a workers' profit participation fund. And if they cannot, afford to do so, they should form a company below the which have paid up capital below the limit amount. So that's what we are seeing. And also with regards to company incorporation, I'd also like to emphasize that there are several foreign companies who are new in Bangladesh and who wants to set up a company on an urgent basis. However, they do not have any registered office at the moment, and we are also providing the registered office address service as well.
Sure, certainly. I think that is very much convenient for the clients. And also, not last but not least, I'll also say that regarding the representative services or the shareholding services we are providing to our clients, a lot of clients actually have that comfort level that they are actually trusting us with their holding their shareholding in some companies, maybe as trustee, maybe as shareholders. So that is somewhere certainly we add value. I think financial advisors in Bangladesh and lawyers in Bangladesh, so working together, it's really helpful for the clients. And obviously cost, again, cost is something we have seen that the clients are very happy about, because when they're doing something under one ceiling, something you're more looking at is the relationship than the cost itself.
Right, exactly.
Sure.
And also as a result of which the synergy enhances manifold. So you are getting all the services, and you do not have to look for these services over here and waste your time going to other firms, getting quotations from them. So that's actually convenient for the client, and they can just look into their operations, be more fruitful in their operations, be more profitable.
Sure, and they have the confidence level on you, which is very
They do have the
important as well.
confidence.
Right. Anyways, thank you, Ashik, for raising these questions. I think this is actually a good area to discuss. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Ashik. It was a pleasure.